Wouldn't life be a whole lot easier if we knew the outcomes before we started the journey? If we knew how things were going to end up, no matter how troubling they appeared now? It absolutely would. And that's where the whole concept of nursery lessons, when I started writing the book and thinking through things, that's where it all came from, is I know where I am today, so I can appreciate the journey a lot more, and I could definitely appreciate where I got started. These lessons that I learned in the nursery business, these were, I call it the most purpose-driven accident that you could possibly imagine. I had no desire or intention to ever be a part of the horticulture or nursery industry. It was just out of necessity. I was newly married. I had a young child, and he had some issues, some health issues, and so Louisiana Nursery was just happened to be a means to an end. It was something that I could do for a short period of time to provide. Little did I know that I was going to meet a lifelong mentor in Roger Mays, and then ultimately through working with Mitch, his son, and watching the business grow, I learned a lot of things about business. I learned a lot about me, and I continued to develop my work ethic and my drive and my ambition. Now, fast forward a couple of decades to where I am today, and the interesting thing is every day when I make my decisions and I do things, I always seem to be pulling back on some of the lessons that I learned early on in Louisiana Nursery, how to interact with people and deal with people, how to lead people, and then also just from the true horticultural examples themselves. And so as I saw that, I began to tell those stories as I would be in different places. I would tell people of my experiences, or I would give them these experiences and tell them in story form how I felt like that impacted me. And I began to realize that it was had a positive effect on them also. And after a few people prodded me and said, you should maybe try to write some of this down, that was the beginning of Nursery Lessons. And it's been well received so far. I've been able to share a lot of my journey. I've been able to share a lot of the stories. We have a podcast now. If you haven't checked it out, you should check it out. It has a lot of these little stories and comparing the world of the nursery to real life. And so again, I didn't know where it was going to lead, but I know where it led. And so I can look back and see some of those, both the high points and the low points of that journey, and use those to maybe share with others and help. So thanks for joining us here on the website. Check out our podcast. Look forward to getting the book published and out there. Check our blog out. We're going to be putting more and more stuff there. And by all means, if you have any questions, please reach out to us and let us know. We'd love to hear from you. We'd love to hear about any of those nursery lessons you may have had. Thanks.